Coach Donovan here at About You, home to some of New York's top athletes, and I'm going to walk you guys through a warm-up. We're going to start out warming up the joints, then we're going to do some mobility, some flowing movements, and then we'll do some core activation. Starting with the joints, we'll do neck circles, 5 each way, throwing big circles, looking down, looking over our shoulder, looking up, back over the other shoulder, and then we'll do 5 the other way. And we'll do shoulder rolls, rolling those shoulders to the front, 5 times, big circles. And then we'll go to the back 5 times. And we've got arm circles, arms out like the letter T, small circles going forward. Once again for 5, and then large circles going forward. And then we'll reverse it, small circles going back, and large circles going back. And then we'll go hip openers. So we're going to go up and around to the back, and then we'll return to the front for 5 on each side. Try to keep the upper body movement to a minimum. Try not to crunch as you bring the knee up. Just stay tall and move through the hip. And then we'll switch. And then we'll do leg swings. We're going with the right leg going front to back. Feel free to hold on to something for balance if you need to. And then we'll switch, going front to back. Then we'll go side to side. That right leg going across the front. Again, hold on to something for balance if you need to. And again, we'll switch. And we got hip circles. We'll put our hands on the waist and we'll move our hips around our feet for 5. And we'll switch it. And to finish up warming up the joints, do trunk rotations, loosen up that spine. I'm going to face forward, turn everything else. And boom, we're done warming up the joints. Now we're going to get into our flows. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get down on all 4s. We're going to do a cat-cow to a downward dog. So we're going to round our back, tucking that chin. We're going to arch our back looking up. And we're going to tuck that chin. And we're going to push back into a downward dog, driving through the heel of our palms, spreading the hands, driving the heels of our feet to the floor. And then we'll go back down to the floor. Just like before, we'll do this for sets of 5. And we'll round, we'll arch, we'll round, and the hips go up and back, pushing away from the floor with my upper body, letting my head hang. I think we have one more. All right, next up we'll do scorpion reach. So start out in a push-up position. I'm gonna bring my knee to the opposite elbow without rotating my upper body. And then I'll bring that heel over the top. Now I'll alternate sides. I'm taking my left leg, bringing that knee to the elbow, and I rotate over to the other side. And we'll do this for 5 each way. 2 more. Oh man. All right. What's next? All right, so we're gonna do a bear crawl. So we're gonna go 4 steps forward, 4 steps back for 5 reps. So on all fours, about 90 degrees at the knees, hips, and shoulders. And we'll walk forward 4 steps, nice and slow and deliberate. So that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And that's 5. Whew. 2 more moves. All right. So next thing we're gonna do is an ape squat reach. Kind of like a squat, like from a child's pose to a squat. It looks similar to our cat cow. So we're gonna start out in squat position. I like to set up, figuring out like where I can walk. That's probably where my hips naturally line up. And I drop down, raising the heels. All right. We're gonna drive the butt to the floor and reach forward. Then we're gonna open our chest and our knees are gonna go forward. So the butt's gonna go back, the knees are gonna go back as we reach forward. When we open up, our knees are gonna go forward, our butt's gonna go forward. So it's just like that cat cow, but we're doing it on our feet. A little bit of a challenge for the balance. If you need to, feel free to put your arms on the floor. It doesn't really ill affect the stretch. Just lose the balance component. I'm gonna do one more. Cool. And the last thing we're gonna do here is a crab reach. So I'm gonna sit on my butt. Knees again are right about 90 degrees. Hands are gonna be behind me, facing backwards. And I'm gonna come up to a reverse bridge and then reach to the hand that's on the floor. And then I'll switch and reach for the hand that's on the floor. Again, we'll do 5 each way. And that's 5 each way. All right. Last part is warm up. We're gonna do some core activation. So we're gonna do what I call Dead Bugs 2.0. So we'll start with a tabletop. Hands are on the quads. I'm gonna be driving my knees into my chest while I hold them off with my hands. So they're pushing into each other. I'm not just chilling in this position. You can do it with your head on the ground, or you can do a bit of a crunch. All right, holding the crunch, of course, is a little bit harder on the core, which is great, but it could lead to issues with your neck if you're not strong enough to hold your head up. So from now, we're gonna go 5 each way. We're gonna push everything together. Same arm and leg. Go out for about 2 seconds, return for 2, and then we'll switch. Out for 2, and return for 2. And again, we're pushing hard into this side that's not moving. Two more each way. Last one. 3 more moves. What do we got here? Can't read my handwriting. Oh. So we're gonna do a shoulder tap. So we're in a push-up position. Feet are gonna be shoulder width or wider. So with this one, the wider your feet are, the easier this will be. The narrower, the harder it is. Our main goal is to keep our hips from rotating. And again, we're gonna go really deliberate, just 5 each way. Just tapping the shoulder, trying to resist that rotation. I think we have 2 more. After that, we'll go into leg raises. I like to hold the crutch on my leg raise. It kind of forces me to keep my lower back against the ground. I like to start with my legs up, figure out how low I can go, and bring it back up. Ooh, I'm tired. We're gonna do this for 10. So again, drive that lower back against the floor. Once you feel like you might arch, that's a signal you should come right back up. Oh. I'm kind of bottom heavy. I fancy myself built like an NFL running back, but maybe I'm wrong. So if you need to, maybe you got long legs, maybe you got a thick trunk, feel free to do this with the knees bent. Don't let pride get in the way of you regressing a movement if you need to. This is the longest 10 reps in the world. I think I got 2 more. 1 and 2. Ugh. And the last thing we're gonna do is Russian twists. So again, we're gonna do this with a very deliberate tempo. So I'm gonna lie back just a bit. Actually, so you can scale it however you want. The taller you sit, the easier this will be. The more you lean back, the harder this will be. I like to drop my ribs a little bit. Just keep the tension out of my lower back. Find the angle that works. I'm gonna keep my hands together, rotate as far as I can, nice and slow. Return to the center, go the other way. And we're gonna do this for 10 total. 5 more. Oh. And we are warm, at least I am. So as far as how you program this or how you do this, the joints, we do everything just 1 set, but with the mobility, those flows we were doing, those 4 exercises, and the last 4, we did our core. Feel free to do those for 2 sets. But really all you need is 1. But if you need more volume to get warm, or you really like to stretch, or you really like to feel your core, then you do those for 2. All right, now we're warm. Let's start the workout.